Here's another crazy video I found today. Not crazy to most people and by most people's standards, but to me and people like me who are seeing this stuff, it blows my mind. Um, the lie that's being served up like a plate of crap to the public. So this one is called Full Ride on the Space Shuttle Boosters. Natural sound, STC launch, blah blah blah. It it's the space shuttle program, and they take you for a ride up to almost space. And here's the thing. Let's go look a little bit at the action.
Zero and liftoff for the final launch of Endeavour, expanding our knowledge, expanding our lines in space.
Expanding our knowledge and expanding our minds in space. He might have said lives. Not much difference, but so it's expanding our knowledge and expanding our minds in space, or our lives in space. Um, but what's happening is that nothing goes to space. There's no such thing as space. Um, and I'll just show you. It's a long video, but this video proves my point. Um, so what's happening here? You got a rocket. You got a camera attached to the space shuttle, to one of the rockets, and it's a long video, so I'm not gonna obviously run it the whole ride. But you got it's going up. We've seen it go up. I've seen it with my own eyes. I mean, on TV. But it's mysterious what happens after it goes out of sight. So this kind of gives you a glimpse. And I know I've done other videos where it shows the rocket taking off, and then it goes up and up and up until it's out of the camera sight. And then it's the next scene we see is we're floating in space. And I always say, where's the middle transition part? And they never show you that. Um, and the part where we're floating in space is just like a little um, film studio where the animation or puppet show is being done with the Hollywood magic. Um, so this video, I want to get up to where the happens. Let me see. So, oh wait, okay, watch this. So now they got up high, and I've seen other videos. You can get up a certain distance, and then okay, there goes. Oh, what was that? What was that? Look. Okay, we're going up, 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 and the way the space shuttle works, the rockets kind of take it up, and then the aircraft, space shuttle craft, can kind of maneuver around in space. Um, but here's the deception. Look at that. So the space shuttle just kind of took off, man. Like a guy after a date with an ugly fat girl. The space shuttle bounced somewhere, and then it's like 10 minutes of this rocket falling back down to Earth. But the stupid thing is, with the lie is that, why isn't the camera attached to the space shuttle so that we can see the maneuvering in space? We could see the space shuttle entering deep space and orbiting the Earth, and we could have seen the Earth becoming smaller and smaller as the space shuttle goes up higher and higher, and then begins to orbit. You know, that could have been a wrap, man. But we get a lie. Why wouldn't they stick the camera on the space shuttle, and instead they stick it to a rocket, to one of the rockets that serves its purpose, and then just drops back down to Earth? I'll tell you what, that space shuttle drops back down to Earth too. You splash in the water somewhere, just like this This rocket does. Nobody's in the space shuttle, and then they have it re-enter, but the audience, the fans are cheering over there in Cape Canaveral, and you just see it like fly down out of the sky like an airplane. You know, that's all. It's like a big airplane, man. And so this this event. So now, like I said, the camera is on the rocket, and it's just falling, 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 falling down. If it there, it landed in the water, and that's that. Big deal. We wouldn't we want to see it on the space shuttle? Why did they stick the camera on the rocket? And then they show another one. Like there's another space shuttle mission. The narrator says which one exactly it was, and the same thing happens there. Like the space shuttle just bounces, and then we watch the rocket drop back down to Earth. Big whoop! What a joke, man. So there's the fisheye lens giving us the bow of Earth. They have to have that, but I can't find it out. But if you look at other angles, you'll see that it concaves the other way. Like here, you already seen it. Let's see if it does it here. I just zapped away. Okay, look, see. I mean, for anyone who doesn't know by now, it's a fisheye lens. Anything that moves above the middle is going to concave inward towards the top, and on the bottom, um, oh, I forgot how it works, man. Oh yeah, no, it'll curve up this way if you're pointing the camera above the center. Anything below the center bubbles up this way. Anything above the center will curve the other way. So I don't know if I'm explaining that right, man, but you know what I mean. Um, okay, I'll let it play. Yeah, there, the picture is better than words. There's your bubble Earth, concave Earth, convex Earth. It's just a lens, man. All this is flat with a normal lens. Turn up the sound. Um, so here's the thing, guys. Um, this tells a lot. This tells that everything we're told about where we live, who we are, who put us here, is is a lie. And not only from our government, from all the governments, they're all working together. If there was this like kind of tension between Russia and China and USA, Iran, Iraq, there could be North Korea, there could be a war. That's all lies, man. They're all working together. And if you read the Bible, you see that the nations conspire against God. How can we throw his shackles off of us? They want to break away from the Lord, the King, the God of the universe, and have do their own little thing. Um, you know, I can't speculate further than that. What their goal is, what the end game is for them. They think they're gonna beat God. I don't know how they think they're gonna beat God, but um, this kind of stuff, because if Russia was truly an adversary or China, they would um, get the message out that this stuff the United States is doing is all lies. It's all fake. They're a big bunch of liars. They never went to the moon. They're not better than us. They're not smarter than us. They could expose it, but they've got their own stupid space programs and deceiving their own people, their own public. You know, and what's above you is the firmament. Oh, wait, I wish I could get this. I should have did this before. Let me see. Uh, I want to get like something that shows the real um, habitat that we're in. I'll go with this one. This is where we are, boys and girls. For some of you, sorry to break it to you, you'd love to do away with God, but you got a big problem because let me tell you, man, we are right here. I am right here in the middle of the flat earth. You are here. We are here. God is above. There's no space up there. There's no Captain Kirk and Star Wars and Luke Skywalker, Neil Armstrong. Um, that's all a lie, man. To hide from you that, to hide the fact of the reality that God is above us looking down. And so, what are we going to do? How are we going to live? This earth is a battlefield. Our souls are being tested here. And there's enemies that are working to destroy our faith in God and causing us to believe a lie so that we degrade ourselves. And when it's time to meet our Maker, he'll say, I never knew you. Because we spend our life doing who knows what, not worshiping Him though. Nobody does it enough. I don't do it enough. Not even close, man. When I compare myself to the saints, the people I've read about, for the little reading I've done with my lazy ass, the little bit I do. But I'll tell you, man, I'm aware there's a God, and I'm fighting. I could be a lot worse. Anyone could say that. But this is to the smarty pants, millennial types, and the scientists before they're not the worst. There've always been non-believers and people who hate God. But for all you guys, you you ain't going to space, and you can't prove it. Everything that is being shown and exposed proves that there's no such thing as space. Think about that for a minute. Doesn't that blow your mind? That I, part of me will always believe that I'm on a planet floating in endless space with stars and planets and moons and meteors and all that. Just like I've been seeing since I was just a little guy, man. Saw Star Wars, but you know the another part of me, I guess the conscious part. I don't know how to distinguish. There's definitely a part of me that is still there, but I know 100% it's not that. Kind of hard to explain that. It's been hammered in for so many years. All the shows for kids, they're constantly doing that. It's all about space. I mean, there's a lot of deceptions, but that's a big one. That's one that fascinates me because it it breaks down the whole world. Not just that there's no space, but there's no countries. There's no like um uh like I said, this tension between countries. They're all working together. Your own government is your enemy of your soul because the only ruler of this world is Satan, and the ones who are aligned with him are working to deceive the ones in the battle. Some people don't even realize they're in a battle, but there will be a casualties. There'll be a casualty as well, you know, because there will be a judgment. Read the Bible. Go to Orthodox Christian Church. Find out how to save your soul. Because we don't believe once saved, always saved. Like you invite Jesus in your heart, and you're just saved forever. That'd be nice. I hope that's true. Maybe that's true, but I don't see it. It just doesn't add up for me, man. Because if I'm once saved, always saved, I'm gonna have as much fun down here as I can, and I'm just going to heaven. What's stopping me? You know, there's no. Where do you draw the line? In Orthodox Christianity, they don't believe in once saved, always saved. You're in fighting unseen warfare, and for the because we um what's that scripture, we work out our salvation with fear and trembling, you know um and God is merciful, but are you fighting or not? That's kind of what it comes down to. You're not going to be perfect, but we got some battle scars. He'll look at us, he'll say, well done, good and faithful servant, come on in. And here's why you can't get to space. This is the firmament. That's a barrier. Nothing gets out of here. I don't know, man. But this is the real universe. It's like a building or like a little, it's a structure for us. It's like an aquarium. We're like pets in this little aquarium being watched. We don't see out, but they can see in. God, the angels, the saints, the demons are in the air, hidden from us. They see us, we don't see them. God can let us see them if He wants, though. And there's sometimes we do need to see these things that are not seen. by the ordinary eye. But I've had my eyes open. I've seen things. This stuff I'm talking about, it's not that I believe. I know it. I've seen things. God's let me see things with my own eyes that people can't see, but I've seen them, so I know it's real. I don't believe it. I know it. I might do a video about exactly these things I've seen later, but on this one, I just want to kind of expose that space shuttle stuff. Just more proof that they lie. And again, man, it blows my mind that there are people working on this deception. Like there's a lot of them, man. I mean, the guy's talking. They're like counting down. They must know it's all a bunch of horse shit. Unless I mean, maybe they don't know, but I mean, like, not everyone's in on it, but there are people in on it, and then there are people that aren't people. They're working together, man. But we'll know one day it'll make sense. But I know now it's gotta just try to live a life pleasing to God. That goes for me. That goes for everybody. If you're still believing in the Big Bang and evolution, and there's no God and all that, whoever believes in God is just a stupid, ignorant sheep herder from the Iron Age. Got news for you, buddy. You are the dummy. You are a big, stupid fool to believe you evolved from a monkey. Only a moron can believe something like that. You gotta be an idiot to believe that all this stuff got here by accident. By accident. I mean, you know, this is just the dumbest thing. Everyone believes it. And also for that, any university you go to across the world, take go around the world, any any university you go to across the flat earth will teach you the same horse shit. That you evolved from a monkey, that there's space and there's all these physicists and astrophysicists, and you know, they're just telling stories, man. Like, I'm not saying they're all in on it, um, but no one's been there. No one's seen a real video of it. It's just a story. It's a picture in a book. It's a cartoon. It's an illustration. You know, this is too, but I'm telling you, this represents reality. There's people who could probably give us nicer photos, but they want to hide this stuff. You know, um, I don't know. I think that's enough for now.